You're watching Transylvania Tonight with Drac and Countess Carita. I'm Professor Renfield with a word about March, the most maligned month of the year. People say, beware the Ides of March. They talk constantly about March madness and disparage others by saying that they're as mad as a March hare. But the hare is only mad in March because March is hare mating season and he's on a mission. Does that sound crazy to you? If it weren't for a little bit of madness during mating season, where would we all be? And people say I'm crazy.
I'm Countess Carita, and welcome to another edition of Transylvania Tonight. I hope you're in a creepy mood, because we have a creepy show for you tonight. And just in case you're not in a creepy mood, here's someone that could help you get there. He's the creepiest of the creeps. I like to think of him as my creep, and I hope you think of him as your creep, too. He's the king of the vampires, and the king of creeps, my deadest Drac.
Huh? Well, that wasn't very nice, was it? Not even close to being live from the Borgo Pass, it's Transylvania Tonight with your hosts, that award-winning king of the vampires, Drac, and that Rondo-nominated darling of the undead, Countess Carita. Join Drac and Carita for tonight's feature film, Dead Men Walk. I'm Drac, she's Countess Carita, and welcome to Transylvania Tonight.
Like I told you, we have a creepy show for you tonight. But before we get to the creeptivities, let's take a trip down to Cupcake's Cartoon Cottage.
Yeah, let's go pay a visit to our friends Cupcake and Cuddles. Carita, what's with all the creepy stuff?
Have you looked in a mirror?
Well, you know I can't see myself in a mirror.
Well, if you could, maybe you would understand. Hello, folks, and welcome to Cupcake's Cartoon Cottage. I'm Cupcake, and the big, strong, handsome clown next to me is Cuddles. What should we do today, Cuddles? Look inside the magic box? What do you think is inside the magic box? Could it be my old boyfriend, Tony? Could it be that floozy Gina that he's been cheating on me with? Could it be Tony and Gina? No, because she already dumped him for that guy, Dominic. Let's look and see. It's a cartoon. Let's watch it now.
dum bacon and eggs. Roll dody bo dody sunny side up. Dody rip tippy coffee in cup.
Waiter! Waiter!
Yes, sir.
Alphabet soup, and make it snappy.
Coming right up, sir.
I'll have a combination sandwich. Ham, cheese, liverwurst, lettuce and tomato, salami, sauerkraut, peanut butter, mustard, pickle, relish, and mayonnaise on whole wheat toast.
Yes, sir.
And hold the onions.
Yes, sir.
Step on it.
Yes, sir.
And now, I'll have a nice, thick, tender, juicy T-bone steak and a poached egg on toast and demitasse.
I'm sorry. We have no demitasse, sir.
Okay, make it a small cup coffee.
Yes, sir. Let's see now. Q-R-S... T. Oh, here it is. In with the sugar. That's all, folks.
Well, that was a great cartoon. Didn't seeing all that food in Porky's Cafe make you hungry, Cuddles? Would you like to come over to my house for dinner? Good. And maybe after that we can have a sleepover. Would you like that? Would you like to have a sleepover with me? Wonderful. Well, let's get back to Drac and Carita, boys and girls. Cuddles, I promise you, this is going to be a sleepover you'll remember for the rest of your life. Thank you for that great cartoon, Cupcake and Cuddles.
And now let's get right to tonight's movie. Roll it!
You creatures of the light, how can you say with absolute certainty what does or does not dwell within the limitless ocean of the night? Are the dark enshrouded legions of evil not but figments of the imagination, because you and your puny conceit say they cannot exist? Whence came the story, told in frightened whispers down through the ages, of witch and warlock, werewolf and vampire, and all the spawn of hell, born on the sable wings of night to the unholy communion of the witch's Sabbath?
I forgot to mention that our movie for tonight is Dead Men Walk. Okay? Okay, start the movie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. When I said start the movie, I meant from the beginning. You can't just start the movie already in progress, okay? All right, so let's watch the movie. Oh, hold on a second. You know what? I forgot to tell you that Dead Men Walk was made in 1943. Okay, start the movie. You know, I forgot to tell you that tonight's movie, Dead Men Walk, stars George Zucco. And you're going to recognize George Zucco as the High Priest of Karnak from Universal's Mummy movies. Okay? So, all right, roll them. You know what I just thought of? Remember when Johnny Carson used to do that character Karnak the Magnificent? Huh? I bet he got that idea for that name for that character from George Zucco being the High Priest of Karnak in all those old Universal Mummy movies. Huh? You know, Karnak the Magnificent, High Priest of Karnak, right? That's a bit of trivia for you, huh? Okay. All right. Roll them. Whoa. Hey, you know what? I forgot to mention that tonight's movie stars George Zucco.
You just told everyone that, Drac.
Well, yeah, but George Zucco's actually in the movie twice. So I should have mentioned him twice, right?
I suppose.
All right. All right, fire up that projector. Let's get going.
You creatures of the light, how can you say with absolute certainty what does or does not dwell within the limitless ocean of the night? Are the dark enshrouded legions of evil not but figments of the imagination? Because you and your
Hey, you know what I'd like to know? The star of tonight's movie, 1943's Dead Man Walk, George Zucco, okay? Do you pronounce that George Zucco or George Zucco? Because I've heard it both ways. And, speaking of Johnny Carson and Karnak, I've heard Johnny Carson say it as Zucco, So if you know what the proper pronunciation is, please let me know. All right? Okay. All right. Let's get it rolling. Oh, jeez, oh, criminy. I'm so scatterbrained tonight. I forgot to mention that tonight's movie, 1943's Dead Man Walk, with George Zucco, also stars Dwight Frye. Dwight Frye, the actor who played Renfield with Bela Lugosi in Dracula in 1931. How could I forget Dwight Frye?
I don't know.
How disrespectful, All right. Start the movie. Well, hold up. Sorry, I had to clear my throat.
Creatures of the light, how can you say with absolute certainty?
Well, hold up a second. Before anybody asks, because I know you're going to be wondering, you're going to say, hey, Drac, doggone it, how could that one actor, George Zucco, how could he be in the same movie twice, right? Well, it's all a trick of the camera. Yeah, because the camera, it only shows you what it wants you to see. Yeah? In fact, there is this very famous story. It's a Hollywood story, and it may or may not be true, but I've heard it many times. It was said that at one point, Marlon Brando, he had put on so much weight, and he was ashamed of how fat he had become, that he refused to wear pants on the set of one of his movies, so that the director would only be able to shoot Marlon Brando from the waist up. At least that's the story.
Do you think that could work for you, Drac?
Start the movie.
You creatures of the light, how can you say with absolute certainty what does or does not dwell within the limitless ocean of the night? Are the dark enshrouded legions of evil not What figments of the imagination.
Oh, just a second. Hey, you know what? I heard this great joke the other night, and I just wanted to tell it to you, okay? So, and stop me if you've heard this one. Now, who am I kidding? You know what? If you've heard the doggone joke, keep your trap shut, okay? Don't say anything, and don't give away the punchline, okay? So, vampire walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "What do you have, buddy?" And the vampire says, "Bloody Mary." And the bartender says, "She's off tonight."
Drac, put your pants back on.
You told me to take my pants off.
I did not. And besides, unlike Brando, you're not being shot from just the waist up.
I'm not?
No.
Oh. Okay, start the movie. Now! Hey, you know what? I just wanted to let you know, okay? Tomorrow, you're probably going to be reading all over the internet. Last night on Transylvania Tonight, Drac did the show without any pants on. But I've got pants on. I've had pants on during the entire show.
Drac, you know that's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I've been wearing pants.
I saw you without your pants on, and so did all of them.
No, they didn't. Roll the movie. Ixnay on the ants pay.
You have ants in your pants?
Yeah, should I take them off?
If you want. They've already seen you without them.
Oh, excuse me, I'm just brushing the lint off of my pants. Also, I forgot to...
Dennis, I'll be right back.
All right, honey, back. I forgot to tell you that our friend Jeffrey Blanchard wrote us a letter, okay? And I wanted to answer it right now, all right? Jeffrey writes, Dear Drac and Carita, that's us, okay? Dear Drac and Carita, I just love Godzilla. And I wanted to know when you're going to be showing a Godzilla movie. Signed, Jeffrey Blanchard. Well, Jeffrey, Godzilla was made in 1954, okay? So, considering today's copyright laws, I would say that we'd be showing a Godzilla movie around 2049. So, stay tuned. Okay? And while I continue to get the lint off my pants, start the movie, which is not Godzilla. Oh, hold on a second. I hear Carita's coming back. She'll be here in a second.
I wanted to get some snacks before the movie started.
Oh, Carita, that's so thoughtful. What'd you get?
Oh, popcorn?
Uh-huh.
About Nutter Butter?
All right, Nutter Butter. Well, you like those. You've already opened them.
Yeah. Cheez-Its?
Cheez-Its,
Oh, I
yeah.
got this cheddar popcorn for you, too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and pretzel.
Oh, gee, that's great. You think that's going to be enough stuff?
Oh, one more thing. I know you like these.
Oh, here, you hold this. All right. So, let's start tonight's movie, 1943's Dead Men Walk, starring George Zucco, and Dwight Frye. Okay? Fire it up! Oh man, I love these
I
things.
know you do.
You creatures of the light, how can you...
All right. I know what you're thinking, okay? You're going to say, hey, wait a minute. Vampires don't eat. They just drink blood, right? Well, no. That's another fallacy, okay? We eat. We like to eat, all right? We don't just drink blood. It's kind of like, vampires can't walk around in the daylight, right? Have you ever actually read Dracula? That's the one thing that Bram Stoker actually got right, you know? We walk around in daylight and we like to eat snacks, okay? All right, now that we've clarified that, because I don't want some smart aleck out there writing us letters, okay? All right, start the movie. Hey, let me clarify one more thing, all right? We may like to eat, and especially snack foods and sweets, all right? But vampires don't have to go to the bathroom. No, it's true. Everything we eat just goes right through us. Yeah. And I'm not talking about like it goes through our digestive tract or anything. No, nothing like that. What I'm saying is it just falls out of us. As soon as we swallow it, like, you know, right now, bam, piece of popcorn falls right out of my pant leg, you know? I know you've seen this kind of stuff before, all right? Think of it this way. You're walking down the street, you look down on the sidewalk, okay? There's a Twinkie or a Ding Dong or a Ho-Ho. Vampire, right? I just wanted to make that clear. All right, let's get it started. Roll the movie. Hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I need to apologize. Because, you know, Carita went and got us all these snacks, all right? And it would be very rude of us to eat in front of you if you hadn't thought to get your own snacks, okay? So right now, go out, get your snacks, come back, we'll wait. You know, Elvin Altman, go on, go get your snacks. I know you want them, okay? Edwin Neutzling, you and the folks, go get your snacks, all right? Go ahead, we'll wait. Eli, you too. Mm-hmm. Do we have any more of those cheese balls? Mm-hmm. We may be opening those up then before the night's out. Because you know I inhale those things.
Mm-hmm. And they get all over the floor.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, something else crossed my mind. Okay? Mm-hmm. In this movie, you got George playing two characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I got to figure it out. If he's playing two different guys in this movie, we don't have to make a decision on his last name. You could just say character A is being played by George Zucco and character B is being played by George Zucco. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, and that way you kind of kill two birds with one stone. Mm-hmm. Everybody back? All right, Elvin. I knew you'd be the last one. I knew it, Elvin. Come on. Park it in that recliner and let's get going. All right, good. Okay, fire up the projector again and roll it.
You creatures of the light, how can you say with absolute certainty what does or does not dwell within the limitless ocean of the night? Are the dark enshrouded legions of evil not but figments of the imagination, because you and your puny conceit say they cannot exist? Whence came the story, told in frightened whispers down through the ages, of witch and warlock, werewolf and vampire, and all the spawn of hell?
You know, excuse me, but there's something I wanted to get off my chest. Okay? Carita,
What?
why did you say all those creepy things about me at the beginning of the show?
What do you mean?
Well, you said that I was creepy. You said that I look like a creep.
Oh, Dennis, you know I don't mean all those things.
Well, then why did you say them?
Because that's what you wrote for me to say.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I didn't want to say all those mean things about you, but you said it would be funny.
I didn't write those things.
Yes, you did. It's right here.
Son of a... Okay, one more thing. You know...
Quiet. So now, from 1943, Dead Men Walk with George Zucco, George Zucco, and Dwight Frye. Quiet.
You creatures of the light, how can you say with absolute certainty what does or does not dwell within the limitless ocean of the night? Are the dark enshrouded legions of evil not but figments of the imagination, because you and your puny conceit say they cannot exist? Whence came the story, told in frightened whispers down through the ages, of witch and warlock, werewolf and vampire, and all the spawn of hell, born on the sable wings of night to the unholy communion of the witch's Sabbath?
The angel of death has stretched forth his hand. and we consign this soul to infinite mercy. If there are any who care to look upon the face of the departed before he is carried to his final resting place, you may do so now.
How can you defile this sacred house with the body of that evil man, that servant of the devil? His hands are stained with the blood of the innocent, and his unspeakable sorceries.
Please, you can't create a disturbance here. Dr. Clayton, I'm terribly sorry. Poor old Kate hasn't been quite right since the shocking murder of her little granddaughter last year. But I never dreamed...
I understand. Why don't you please go on with the service? Dust to dust, and may his soul find mercy.
Isn't it all for the best, Uncle Lloyd? After all, he caused you nothing but unhappiness.
He was my brother, yet he always seemed an alien soul, even in childhood. I believe he hated me all his life. After he returned from India, Elwyn was like a man obsessed by a demon. Nothing was sacred to him. He had nothing but contempt for all that decent men hold dear. His mind became a black and evil thing, probing into the perverted knowledge of ancient sorcery and demonology.
Must have been insane.
We're all quick to call insane any mentality that deviates from the conventional. There have been many things in heaven and earth undreamed of in our philosophy. Now, David, you take Gail home. I'm going to Elwyn's house.
Well, you're sure you won't leave me, Dr. Clayton?
Yes, quite sure. Now, run along, dear. I'll be home very soon.
All right, Uncle Lloyd. Come on, David.
Horrible blasphemy.
You don't know what you're doing.
The way you burn yourself.
Your brother searched the earth to find those books, and you dare destroy them.
The earth will be a cleaner place without them.
The fools who enforce the law believe his death was an accident. But I know you murdered him. You threw him from the top of the cliff.
I thought only to save my own life. He brought his death upon himself.
You lie. You followed him there to murder him.
You couldn't get anyone to believe that.
What do I care what they believe? You'll pray for death long before you die.
darling. You've made me very happy.
No happier than you've made me. And now, don't you think we'd better tell Uncle Lloyd? After all, he is my guardian.
Of course, although I don't think he'll be very much surprised.
Are you back already? Has the moon lost its appeal?
Why, not at all, sir. Well, that is, what I'm trying to say is that...
Could you possibly be trying to tell me that you and Gail are in love?
That's it, exactly, sir. I hope we have your approval.
Yes, David. I know her happiness will be safe in your hands.
I'll do my best, sir.
I believe you. I can face the future with a lighter heart.
You speak as if you were in danger.
No, not at all, dear. It just makes me feel happy to know that your future's assured, that's all.
Shaitan, Dark Lord of the Abyss, I live. I am not yet strong, but the power has been given me to draw everlasting life from the veins of the living. They will give me the blood from their hearts while I destroy them. Hide my coffin in the vault and guard it. The power is with me only during the hours of darkness. From dawn to dusk, I lie helpless in the grave.
What do you make of her, Dr. Clayton?
I don't know. She was in perfect health a week ago. Now she's dead.
You think it was murder? I don't know what to say. There's not a wound on the body except the 2 tiny puncture marks in the throat. Yet the appearance of the body would indicate that she bled to death.
I could tell you why she died, but you wouldn't believe me.
Kate, if you go snooping around, I'll have to send you away.
Oh, please don't do that. I don't mean any harm. You're a good man, Dr. Clayton. Everyone knows the goodness of your heart. But your brother Elwyn brought terrible evil upon us.
He's dead, Kate. And all evil died with him.
But it didn't die. It's growing stronger every day.
That's enough. You'd better leave. I suppose by rights I should send her to an institution.
Oh, that would be needless cruelty. She's perfectly harmless.
I'll take your word for it. I think I should order an autopsy. This may be murder.
I doubt if you'd learn much from an autopsy. The bloodless condition of the body wasn't caused by any known poison. You burned the book that would have given you the information you want.
Elwyn.
Did I startle you? I'm so sorry.
But you can't be standing there.
You're dead. No, I'm not dead. I have life far beyond anything you can understand. But that doesn't make you any of the less guilty of murder. You took it upon yourself to sit in judgment of me and destroy my mortal span of life.
Am I losing my mind?
There was no sign of life in Elwyn's body when it was placed in the vault. You'll know that I'm no intangible figment of your imagination when you feel the weight of my hatred. Your life will be a torment. I'll strip you of everything you hold dear before I drag you down to a sordid death. Young love in the moonlight, the theme of so many poetic rhapsodies. Gail was an easy hypnotic subject, and I would have made her my disciple. To save her from being initiated into the dark mysteries, the eminently respectable Dr. Clayton stooped to murder. Yes. Your life, a menace to all that is clean and decent, had no right to exist. But you failed. By the power of those I serve, my life is indestructible, eternally sustained by the life I take from others. I'll take life from Gail, slowly. You will see her life ebb day by day and be powerless to save her. Man or devil, I don't know what you are, but...
What happened?
Are you all right, Uncle Lloyd?
Yes, there's nothing to worry about, dear. I thought I saw a burglar, that's all.
Nearly frightened me to death.
I'm sorry I frightened you. It was nothing but a shadow. Now, it's very late. Hadn't you better go to bed?
All right.
Good night, dear.
Good night, Uncle Lloyd. Good night, David.
It's a long time to wait, but I'll see you in the morning.
Oh, an ambitious young doctor shouldn't waste his valuable time picking up pretty speeches. Good night.
Good night. Forgive me, Dr. Clayton, if I seem to be impertinent. But have you told all the truth about that shooting?
No. I have reason to doubt my own sanity.
Why do you say that?
I saw my brother Elwyn here as plainly as I see you and talked to him. If it was no insane hallucination, it's too terrible to think about.
Oh, don't worry about it. You've been under a great strain lately, and you know what kind of tricks our nerves play on us sometimes.
Yes, that's my only hope.
If you'd let me take over most of the burden of your practice for a while, I'm sure you'd be all right in no time.
Thank you, David.
Whoa! Hey, you know what? St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. And you know what that means, Carita?
Yes, it's time to say happy birthday to Marion Murphy Kokai.
That's right. Happy birthday to you, Marion. And happy St. Patrick's Day. All right, start the movie up there. Oh, when Irish eyes are smiling, oh, 'tis like a morning spring, and with a lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. Start the movie. Because that's all of the song I know. I don't know no more of it.
Let them feed the flickering flame of your life with horrid vitality. The final outcome will be the same. In a short time now, they will call you dead. Then you will awaken and be as I am now. You will serve and obey me forever. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Dr. Clayton. How is Gail? Is she any better today?
I'm desperately worried about her. In spite of everything I can do, she grows steadily weaker.
Haven't you discovered the cause yet?
As you can see, she has all the symptoms of acute anemia, and I'm treating her for that. But I can't find a single case in medical history where it developed so quickly.
There must be something that can be done. Can't just let her die. Hello, dear.
Hello, darling. I'm sorry to cause you and Uncle Lloyd so much worry.
Now, don't you fret about it. We're going to have you up and about in just no time at all.
I know you will. Isn't it lovely out here in the sunshine? But it's so different at night. I have such awful nightmares. I dread falling asleep.
Why? What do you dream about?
I dream of a horrible bat-like creature hovering over me. I try to struggle, but I can't move a muscle. Then it seems to swoop down and suffocate me.
Where did you get those marks on your neck?
It's an insect bite, I guess. I was rather unsightly, so I've been wearing the scarf.
When did that happen?
I don't know. I just happened to discover the marks the other morning when I was looking in the mirror.
Are they painful?
No. In fact, there's no sensation in that particular spot at all.
That's odd. Dr. Clayton, don't you think Gail should have a blood transfusion immediately?
Yes, I've been thinking about that. I'll advertise for a donor.
I'd like to do it, if my blood's the right type.
Good. I'll make a test. There's more color in her face already.
How do you feel, darling?
Ever so much better.
I don't think we have any more to worry about.
What's the matter?
I was just clumsy, that was all. Now, my dear, the best thing for you is sleep. Good night, dear.
You're by far the nicest uncle anyone ever had.
Hurry and get well, darling. Remember, you've got a date for a wedding.
I won't forget.
Dr. Clayton, is anything troubling you?
Yes. I saw a face outside Gail's window.
Well, that's absurd. Gail's window's on the second.
I know it sounds fantastic, but I'm convinced that Elvin is responsible in some way for some intangible menace threatening us all.
Well, that's impossible. Elwin's dead.
I know it's impossible according to all normal laws of nature, but can we be sure there are no supernatural laws beyond our understanding? We've been watching Gail grow steadily weaker and weaker, sinking every day. And medical science could offer no explanation.
Dr. Clayton, even though some things may be unknown to medical science, I'd hardly look to superstition for the explanation. Don't ask me to believe that Elwin's threatening Gail's life. The dead have no power over the living.
I don't know what I believe myself. One reads of so many things for which there seems to be no natural explanation. Will you come with me to the vault where Elwin is buried?
Why go there?
Because if there is such a thing as a vampire existence after death, the state of the body will show the proof and it can be destroyed.
Well, that's ridiculous. I'd feel like a fool, or worse, prowling around dead bodies on such an errand.
Can you afford to be squeamish where Gail's life may be in danger?
All right, I'll go with you.
If what I fear is true, there's no time to lose. coffee's been taken away.
Perhaps it's been stolen by medical students.
I'm afraid that's not the answer. Elwyn dedicated his entire life to the dark powers of evil. What unholy forces he set in motion.
Dr. Clayton, ignorant people believed that sort of thing in medieval times, but not anymore. I know there's a natural cause for every effect, and I don't believe Gail's life is being threatened by any supernatural power from beyond the grave.
Perhaps you're right, I don't know.
Dr. Clayton, I'd like to marry Gail immediately and take her away. I think a change of climate might be beneficial.
I don't know whether that would be advisable or not. I'll think it over.
I hate to come to you with this, Sheriff. I just can't wait any longer.
Well, what's the trouble?
Unless you do something right away, I'm afraid Gail's going to be murdered.
Well, who do you suspect of trying to murder her?
Dr. Clayton.
Oh, that's impossible. Why, Dr. Clayton's one of the finest men I ever knew.
That's what I used to believe. But I've been forced to change my opinion. He's either losing his mind or he's attempting to divert suspicion from himself with some fantastic story of supernatural vengeance from beyond the grave.
But why should he want to kill her?
She has considerable money, which he would inherit if she died unmarried.
Well, Dr. Clayton wouldn't want her money. He has plenty of his own. Besides, that's a very serious charge to make, merely on suspicion.
What if it is? I'm watching her die, and something's got to be done. The other night, I insisted that he give her a blood transfusion, and immediately her condition improved. I myself could see how she became stronger. The next morning, she was weaker than ever.
Well, there isn't a thing I can do unless you give me some definite proof of criminal intent.
After Gail is dead, you may be able to charge him with murder. That will be a great comfort to me.
Are you sleeping? No, just resting. I heard about what was happening to you, and I had to come here. I'm the only one who can save you.
I appreciate your interest, but Uncle Lord's doing everything possible.
I know you don't believe me. You think I'm crazy. Everyone does. But I know more about some things than you'll find in all the doctor books in this room. You wear that scarf to hide the marks on your throat. I know what made them. I know what steals the life from you at night. And I also know what'll save you. There's no use for me to talk to Dr. Clayton or no one else. They wouldn't believe me. The sheriff said he'd send me away if I made a nuisance of myself.
Don't worry about that.
I can help you if you'll let me. Here. Wear this. Wear it around your neck always. Never take it off.
I naturally hold the cross in reverence. But how can wearing it be of any greater help?
Because they haven't the power to touch a sacred symbol.
They? Who do you mean?
Vampires. Creatures of the devil who are neither alive nor dead. During the day, they sleep in their graves in death-like sleep. But at night, they have the power to roam the earth. Oh, I didn't mean no harm, Dr. Clayton.
Don't be afraid. I know you didn't mean any harm. Excitement isn't good for our patient.
I didn't mean to get her excited. I was just anxious to help her, that's all.
I understand that, but I think you'd better go.
The vampire is your brother Elwyn. Take his body from the vault and destroy it with fire. That's the only way you can put an end to his evil power.
The body isn't there. Someone has removed it.
You must find where it is. Nothing can destroy his power at night, but his sorcery cannot protect him during the day. I'll do all I can to help you find him. what she said? Is that why I have those horrible nightmares?
I don't know, dear. It seems utterly impossible, and yet it's the only answer to an impossible condition. I'd been convinced of some malignant powers at work, but I didn't want to frighten you with that, and I couldn't even believe the evidence of my own eyes. Do as she said. Wear this, my dear. It's the symbol of a power that delivers from all evil. And we need divine help.
I'm Drac, and this is the Borgo Pass Report. Our top story tonight is, looks like we got breaking newses. For more on this, we go to the darling of the undead. Carita?
Why don't you ever call me Transylvania sweetheart?
Would you like that?
I would.
Okay. Ring the bell again. Uh-oh. Looks like we got breaking newses. For more on this, we go to Transylvania's sweetheart. Sweetheart?
Thanks, Drac.
Sure. Although, frankly, I thought I was Transylvania's sweetheart.
You did.
Well, of course.
Whatever gave you that impression?
Get on with it.
Looks like someone woke up on the wrong side of the coffin tonight. Our top story tonight comes from the top secret Axe Files. These stories are so astounding and hard to believe, they were axed by all the other news organizations as being too ridiculous to cover. But nothing is too ridiculous for the Borgo Pass Report, as you know. So, let's open up the Axe Files and see what's inside, Drac.
I see that for our first X-Files story, we're going on location with our agent of X, Renfield. Are you there, Renfield?
Can we talk, Drac?
Well, yeah, we can talk.
Can we really talk?
Yes, we can really talk.
I mean, can we really talk?
We are really talking, Renfield.
Okay, then I'm here, Drac.
And just where are you?
I'm at a top secret undisclosed location.
Really? Because it looks to me like you're in Antarctica.
Darn! How did you guess that, Drac?
I could hear the penguins.
Oh.
So, why are you in Antarctica, Renfield?
Well, because there was a huge 7-point earthquake here in January, and I got good intel from my source that the epicenter of this seismic activity came from a secret underground UFO base that the government has known about ever since Roswell.
You're saying that the government has known about this UFO base ever since the Roswell crash in 1947?
No, they've known ever since my source, Herbie Roswell, told them about it a few years ago. Herbie and I were both at the Seward Sanitarium at the same time, and he told me all about it too.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Well, when that earthquake happened, Herbie told me that the aliens had broken out of the ice where they'd been held for thousands of years and were getting ready to lift off and reveal themselves. Herbie had been in touch with them and set me up with an interview for the aliens.
So you've actually talked with an alien?
Not yet, Drac, but I'm just about to. And the aliens were very precise about the time and place. I'm excited to see who the aliens are.
And you're saying that the aliens were very precise about the time and place where they would meet you?
Yes, they were exact about the time and place. And I've been so excited, I've been waiting here for a week. They told me to meet them 210 miles east of Chile's Air Force Base here in Antarctica.
Renfield, that doesn't say 210 miles. That says 210 kilometers.
Oh, what's the difference?
Well, 1 kilometer equals 0.62 miles. So the difference would be about 80 miles.
Really?
Really. So, you're nowhere near where the aliens told you to meet them, Renfield. In fact, you know what? Turn around.
Oops. Okay, well, back to you, Drac. I'll just wait here. Maybe they'll come back?
Okay, Renfield, you do that. In our next story... Drac, Jerry Van Helsing's on the line again. Well, the hits just keep on coming, don't they? All right, put him through, Bob. Sheesh.
Hi, Phil?
Well, howdy, little fella. How are you?
I'm still confused by your question about whether I could shove a stake into Jerry Garcia's heart if he was a vampire. So, I did what I told you I was going to do and talked to my brother, Thor, about it.
You did you?
Yes. And he's here with me right now. He wants to talk to you. Oh, Thor! I'm going to get a sandwich while you talk to Thor.
Oh, Jesus. Sheffield!
Which one of you is Phil?
I told you, he's dumb as an ox.
Well, I'm Phil. And you must be Thor. Jerry's told me all about you.
Jerry who?
Your brother?
Oh, yes. Thor knows him.
You look just like him.
Like who?
Your brother.
Which one?
Well, how many brothers do you have?
Thor has just one brother.
So, what's on your mind, Thor?
Nothing is on Thor's mind. Thor's skull and helmet shelter it.
So your brother Jerry, the one that you know, he said he asked you what you would do if you was to find out that Jerry Garcia was a vampire.
Yes, he did.
So what did you tell your brother, Jerry, the one that you know, that you would do?
Thor would grab him by his throat and shove a stake through his vampire heart.
You would, huh?
And then Thor would take a sword or axe and cut off the vampire's head.
Oh.
And if Thor didn't have a sword or axe, Thor would tear off his head with his bare hands.
Oh.
And then Thor would burn his body and take his ashes and bake them into biscuits and feed them to the pigs.
Well, that's unique. I've never heard of that one before.
Thor would do the same to any vampire. That is why Thor wanted to meet you.
Really?
Yes, because Jerry, my brother, the one that I know, told Thor that you look like the evil vampire, Count Dracula.
Oh, he did he?
Yes, my brother, Jerry, the one that I know, is not as smart as his brother, which is me, Thor. You don't look anything like Count Dracula.
I don't?
No! Count Dracula looks like a creepy creep.
Oh, I've heard that. A lot. Tonight.
But you just look like a man who likes to dress in the colors a woman would wear.
Okay, well, I gotta run. Tell your brother I say goodbye, Thor.
Why would I tell my brother goodbye, Thor?
You'll figure it out.
It is another curious puzzle from Phil, the newsman. Okay.
Well, that's all the time we have for this time. We'll see you next time on the Borgo Pass Report.
He really is stupid, isn't he?
I told you, this guy's so stupid. He didn't realize that the Count on Sesame Street was a puppet.
Are you sure the Count's a puppet?
I'm getting a case of deja vu here.
Oh, a nice look, Phil.
Oh, thanks. You like it?
No. You could have at least taken the tags off.
But I was in a hurry, you know. But I thought you'd be proud of me. Look, I get it on sale.
I believe it.
It was on clearance.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to start wearing it all the time.
I don't think so.
Give me a kiss, baby.
Not until you shave.
And now, here's an editorial comment from the Borgo Pass news director, Groucho.
Groucho here, the Borgo Pass news director, with an editorial comment. You know, people say the path to salvation is narrow and is as difficult to walk as the razor's edge. Well, this is what I want to know. What kind of a nitwit thinks it's a good idea to walk the razor's edge? Sounds like a recipe for disaster to me. I mean, what guy doesn't remember, in his youth, what it was like to slip off that bicycle seat and find that crossbar right between your legs? Trust me, once that's happened, you never forget it. Am I right, guys? Now, just consider that instead of that crossbar, your bicycle had the razor. See? So my suggestion is not to walk the razor's edge to salvation, but take the bus. We could charter a bus. We'll all go together. It'll be a small bus, one that'll be easy to get up that narrow path, and we'll drive right past the road to perdition. Unless, of course, somebody on the road to perdition has a good party going on, one with lots of free liquor and fast women. Then we'll probably stop. Well, who am I kidding? You know we'll stop. But then we'll get right back on the bus, because it'll wait for us, because it'll be a charter. So that's my advice to you. Don't walk the razor's edge. Take the bus. I'm Groucho, and this has been my editorial comment.
This has been an editorial comment from the Borgo Pass news director, Groucho.
Stand this any longer. We've got to have a showdown. I think you're killing Gail.
How can I be doing that?
I don't know what devilish means you're using. But if she dies, I'll kill you.
I've done everything in my power to save her.
Don't expect me to believe that. Anyone with the slightest medical knowledge can see that she's not suffering from any normal disease. Her vitality is being systematically destroyed.
That's true. I don't know how I can make you believe what my own common sense calls impossible. Her life is threatened by some abnormal creature that has no right to exist.
That abnormal creature is human, not a ghost returning from the grave. If I could possibly do so, I'd take her away from here. But the law protects you. All I can do is hold you responsible for her life. If she dies, so will you.
I don't blame you for suspecting me. I don't blame you for thinking possibly that I'm a homicidal maniac. But the truth is even more unbelievable. I honestly believe that she's better off here than if you took her away. But why don't you stay and watch over her? I'd be glad to have your help.
I'm sorry if I've done you an injustice. But I've been so worried about Gail, I've nearly lost my mind.
I understand, and I sympathize with you with all my heart. Let's go up and see how she is.
How do you feel, dear?
A little better. And I wasn't troubled with any nightmares.
Good. Go back to sleep. I'm going to sit here beside you for a while.
It'll be nice to know that you're near me, even when I'm asleep.
I believe you won't be troubled with any more nightmares. Good night, dear.
Night, Uncle Lloyd.
When they're all asleep, break into the house and get the chain from around her neck, Zola. You can do it, I can't.
I will do as you say, Master.
What do you want with me? I didn't do anything.
Quiet or I'll break your neck. What do you know about this?
That's Elvin's servant. What's he doing here?
It looked as if he were trying to strangle Gail.
I wasn't going to hurt her.
What were you doing in the room?
Elvin sent him for some purpose. You're the one who removed Elvin's body from the vault. Where did you hide it? I don't know what you're talking about.
Elvin is dead. What's
He's
all...
neither dead nor alive. He's a vampire. And Gail will never be out of danger until his body is in ashes.
What is this talk about vampires?
I know you don't believe him, but I can't let that stand in my way now. I'll hesitate at nothing to make you talk. Where does he lie hidden during the day? You'll never know.
No, you don't. I want to know what you're doing in this house. There he goes.
What chance have you against me? I have powers at my command far beyond your wildest dreams. Your life is forfeit any time I care to take it.
It's not possible.
It is possible. Now you know what we're up against.
What can we do against a creature like that?
Despite what he said, he can be destroyed. In the meantime, you guard Gail. Don't leave her alone for a minute.
Yes.
You failed.
I couldn't help it. He woke up. I'll try again.
That opportunity's gone. I'll be on their guard now. Let's try something else.
Good evening, Sheriff.
Good evening, Doctor. Young Bentley made some wild talk before church this morning.
Yes, he was half out of his mind with worry. came here to accuse me of trying to murder Gale.
Yes, that was it.
But you don't believe that.
No. But others heard. And gossip has gone all around. And considerable feeling has been stirred up, and there's no telling what some irresponsible hothead might do.
I'm sorry to have people feel that way about me, but I don't see what I can do about it.
Well, I suggest that you go away for a while. They'll soon cool down and come to their senses.
But I can't leave. I have work here that must be done.
So this is where you lie hidden during the day. The color in your face proving you are a vampire. And not one of the honest dead who rest in peace. Dr. Clayton will believe me when he sees you. And fire will destroy your evil power.
You know, Doc Clayton ain't one of them crazy Jekyll and Hyde fellas that puts on a pious air during the daytime and goes around at night committing murder.
You're right, you know.
When people are dying and no one knows the reason why, it looks like murder to me, and we better do something about it.
I don't like that kind of talk, Wilkins.
Maybe we don't like the way you're not doing anything.
I'm doing everything possible. There's not the slightest proof of murder against anyone. And I'll throw you in jail for inciting mob violence if you don't keep quiet.
Hey, Sheriff! Hey! Old Kate's been murdered.
Murdered? Well, where did this happen?
In that old abandoned cemetery. I heard her scream, but by the time I got there, she's dead. Her neck was broken.
Did you see anyone?
No, and I didn't hang around looking for anyone. I ain't lost no crazy murderers. Old Kate never harmed a soul in her life. Her death is proof enough that there's a crazy killer roaming around here.
Finding him is my business. I'll not stand for any mob taking matters in their own hands. That's final. Take me to where the body is.
Yes, sir. We better do something pretty quick.
I fear. Old Kate found you and I had to kill her. I knew they'd search the cemetery, so I brought you here.
You will be well rewarded for your faithful service, Sir. Make a secret crypt for me here where I can remain undisturbed.
Everything will be as you say.
O mighty Lord of the Abyss, your servant vows in eternal obedience to your will. Time has come when I must destroy all those who stand in our way.
I hope you're hungry. Dinner's just about ready. I hope you like everything. Let's get started with drinks before dinner. This is from my private stock. It's a very fine vintage. It's a 2019 Hawaiian Punch. That was a very good year for fruit punch. Cheers, Cuddles. And now let's have dinner. Eat up, but make sure you leave plenty room for dessert, Cuddles. I hope you enjoyed dinner. And now, if you don't mind, I'll go slip into something more comfortable. I'm back! You get Mickey, and I get Betty Boop. That's so much more comfortable. I put on my blue leopard slippers. They're not real blue leopard, of course. I would never wear real animal fur. Now, are you ready for the sleepover to begin? Good! I got us new coloring books, and since it's a special occasion, the 64-pack of crayons with the built-in sharpener. So which one do you want? Really? You want that one? I wanted to color that one. Great! And which cartoon do you want to watch? Little Mermaid or Frozen? Little Mermaid it is. Now we can color and watch cartoons all night long.
finding this place cost Kate her life and did no good. If I'd only known in time that he was here.
Just committed another murder. I saw him as plain as I see you, and he glared at me like a devil. You get on the phone and rouse some of the folks. We stop this right now.
But you should be guarding Gail.
Well, she's all right. I look in every few minutes. Did you find the hiding place?
Yes, but I was too late. The coffin had been removed. I don't know why I didn't think to search the old cemetery before Kate sacrificed her life.
We stood around long enough waiting for the sheriff to do something.
Gail's all right. She's sleeping like a baby. What's our next move?
I don't know. We must find that coffin. I don't know where to search.
Why don't we just try and think of all the logical places?
Elwyn's house. Might have been taken there. That's worth trying.
Dr. Clayton, you stay here with Gail. Let me go.
No. I told you before, I feel that I must be the one to destroy him. We were brothers, and there was a bond of hatred between us that lasted a lifetime. If I fail, then you must be the one to take up the fight. For Gail's sake and for the sake of mankind.
Some of your men surround the house. The rest come with me. Where's Doc Clayton?
He's not here.
Where is he?
What do you want with him?
We're going to stop him from committing any more crazy murders.
Dr. Clayton is innocent.
Well, you said yourself he was trying to murder Gail.
I was wrong. Please believe me, terribly wrong.
No, you weren't. You were right. I saw the proof tonight with my own eyes, and I caught him red-handed.
That couldn't have been Dr. Clayton. It was his brother Elwin.
Have you gone crazy? Elwin Clayton is dead. Everyone knows that.
You don't understand.
I don't understand why you're trying to protect him. All right, men, go ahead and search the house. Come on, you.
Wilkins, you stupid fool.
Here, you.
Go ahead with the search, man.
Operator.
No, you don't.
Please believe me, you're making a terrible mistake. I'm telling you the truth when I say that Elwin's responsible for those murders.
I'm beginning to believe that you're just as crazy and dangerous as Doc Clayton. You'll never leave here alive.
We'll wait here. He's got to come back sometime. Would you look at this? A book on witchcraft and vampires. No one in his right mind would read this sort of trash. It'll soon be daylight.
I suppose he just went out for an evening stroll, huh?
You wouldn't understand. I understand about murder, and I know what to do about it.
Master! Master!
You don't wait for death. You come to meet him. Carry this thought with you to your death. You will become a vampire, a slave to my will forever.
You're weakening, aren't you? Your time has almost come. Dawn, you'll be as helpless as one truly did. Here, even if it costs me my life. Master! Master!
Look! Good heavens! There's two of them! Master! Master!
Greater love hath no man than that he lay down his life for his friend. We all mourn the passing of a friend, but rejoice in the knowledge that he has entered into the eternal life, where there is no pain nor sorrow.
Well, that's our show for tonight. We hope you enjoyed Dead Men Walk. How'd you like it, Drac?
Oh, it was ridiculous.
What do you mean?
Oh, I mean, come on. Guy has an evil twin brother who's a vampire?
Well, maybe it couldn't happen in real death, but it was still a good movie.
It was absurd. Oop. I'll see you later.
Drac?
I'm here, babies. Okay. Oh, boy, you know, I can't wait to do the show tonight, because I got to tell you, I put so much time in on this script, but it's worth it. I think, Carita, this could be the best show we've ever done.
Drac, the show's almost over.
What are you talking about?
The show's almost over. We're saying goodnight. But you've been here all night.
Oh, you know what? That was my evil twin brother. That explains it, because I got a memo tonight. It said, Drac, Transylvania tonight will start 2 hours later tonight. So I've been duped. That brother of mine, he's always been a bad seed. He's the black sheep of the family.
He's the black sheep?
He is.
Well, I'm sorry, but you just have time to say goodnight.
Well, that's all the time we have for this time. Yeah. We'll see you next time, and until then, remember, fly right!
It seems like everyone has an evil twin.
Oh, yeah, sure. You know, there's me and my brother. There's Jerry and Thor the Hammer Van Helsing. And then, like in tonight's movie, there's George Zucco and George Zucco. And you know, even Renfield has an evil twin brother. The only difference with his is it lives inside his head with him.
Seems like everyone has an evil twin but me.
Don't count on it. Yeah. So, my brother didn't touch you inappropriately, did he?
No.
Oh, good. Can I touch you inappropriately? Hey, the show's over. Fade to black. Shh. So can I?
Maybe.
Me, Drac. You, Carita. I told you, fade the black.
Transylvania Tonight is a Fly Right production.